People have been saying, let's see what happens if a bid comes in or whatever happened with the club. Now, Sheffield Wednesday Football Club confirmed that a bid did go in from a US-based consortium over the Easter weekend, but Chancery has rejected said bid. The bid is described to be from the Florida-based consortium made up of collective successful businessmen and professional athletes. It's understood that it had been sent to the club ahead of the Easter weekend, but it was dismissed. After a request for comment, Sheffield Wednesday spokesperson said, "We can confirm and express interest was received from a US-based investor working together with previous sponsor of the club. No proof of funds was presented nor identity of the investors, and the offer was distillatory. I can't say that word. Basically, it wasn't an offer they liked. It wasn't what they thought it was in terms of how the offer was. And again, they're good about it in the right way, but no proof of funds, no nothing. So that doesn't help things. If you're going to do this and you're serious, you need to make sure." He also said, in addition, outstanding money owed to the club by previous sponsorship in respect of a commercial partnership remains. There are no on this basis alone, the offer was declined. Mr. Chancery made it clear for certain potential investors to follow, after which would enter into further discussions. The Star understands he's not the figure to have led the approach and does not lead the concern. The old statement seemed to hint that it involves Adam Shaw, the Sheffield-based businessman, now based in Florida, who had previously voiced his desire to purchase the club. I wrote for comment prior to the statement. Mr. Shaw said he did not feel it was appropriate to do so at this time. The bid arrives at a time where Chancery comes under increasing pressure to sell from the march on Saturday. The issue with the cash flow and the open letter and stuff like that. Now, it's interesting because we heard about how, if anything's going to happen, it's going to see how it goes. But the Star has also said they understand that further interest from other parties in purchasing Sheffield Wednesday. Any further official approach are not known yet. So there are people who wanted to buy us, let's put it that way. We know that the people wanted to come in and get us, and again, we've had an offer come in, and the first one we've heard about been rejected. DC is allowed to do that. It's a club. If I have a house on the market and I don't think it hits the value of what I want for it, I can reject it. It's very simple. Same terms apply. Now, here's the thing with it for me. Is great. We know how this is happening. There were people at the game at the weekend who were family members of DC, family and friends, who had never been to the club, who'd never been to a game. So I think that's a bit odd that you have people who have never been to a game at the club for the first time when it's this going on with nothing to play for. That for me is a weird one. It just feels really odd in that sense. But an offer came in. It got turned down. So far, that's all we know. But it shows that there was somebody trying to come in and get the club. Adam Shaw saying it's not him, it's a Florida-based company, and he said thinks it's the right time to talk about it. It sounds like it's him, but if he's going with what he said, you can only take of what he said as his word. And we now look at what happens next. It's going to be an interesting summer for us with how we need to rebuild the team. I have a story on something that broke this morning as well, which I'm not too pleased about. It's about a player we got in the summer. But at the same time, these bids come in and we will have to see what Mr. Chancery wants to do. Like he has said previously, he's not in the interest of wanting to sell the club. He doesn't want to sell the club, which, again, as I said in the past, it's his right to do so. He owns the club. It's not our club to say yes to him selling or no to him selling. We don't own it. If he wants to sell, he'll sell. But it's going to be one of those things, if a bid has got to come in that Chancery likes the look of and and he feels like he can go, yep. And again, like he said, who can take us forward as well, like he said in the past. But again, until a bid comes in that Mr. Chancery likes, we're not going to hear much about it. But this is the first one we've had in. Is this going to be starting the kind of situation of a bidding war, people coming in? Who knows? We haven't got a clue what will happen next, but all we do know is that it's been rejected. We move on to the next time of going into it and see what happens next. But there could be interesting time for Wednesday. It could be annoying time for Wednesday as well with things like this. But the matter of fact is, a bid went in for Sheffield Wednesday and it's been rejected.